Sometimes the people we care about hurt us. It stings, doesn't it? You replay the moments, dissect every word, and wonder why someone you trusted could be so careless or cruel. And the next thing you know, you're drowning in anger, sadness, or resentment. But you don't want to stay there, right? You don't want to let their actions take up permanent residence in your head. You want to detach, but not in a way that turns you cold or bitter. Here's how you can do just that. First things first, feel your damn feelings. I swear there's no shortcut here. If you're sad, cry it out. If you're angry, find a healthy way to let it out. Punch a pillow, scream into the void, write a furious letter, and then burn it. Denying those emotions doesn't make them disappear. It just buries them. And trust me, they'll come back to haunt you later. So, let them surface. Sit with them. It's okay to feel hurt. It's human. Once you've acknowledged how you feel, zoom out a little. This is where perspective comes in. Ask yourself, why might they have acted this way? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should excuse bad behavior. Hell no. But understanding where someone's actions come from can soften the sting. Maybe they're dealing with their own pain. Maybe they're clueless about how their actions affect others. Or maybe they're just not your kind of people. Whatever the reason, their behavior says more about them than it does about you. I remember a time when someone close to me deeply hurt me with their words. It felt like a punch to my chest, and I replayed the conversation over and over, trying to make sense of it. Eventually, I realized that ruminating wasn't serving me. It was consuming me. Choosing to emotionally detach wasn't about forgetting what happened. It was about preserving my peace and avoiding the resentment that could have taken root. This shift was vital for my mental health, helping me regain control over my emotions. Now, let's talk boundaries. Seriously, this part is a game changer. Detaching doesn't mean you cut them off completely, unless you need to, of course. It means creating a healthy emotional distance. Think of it as building a fence, not a wall. You're not shutting them out entirely, but you're protecting your space. Maybe that means limiting how much time you spend with them. Maybe it's choosing not to engage in certain conversations. Whatever it looks like, boundaries are your way of saying, I matter too. And while you're at it, shift your focus back to you. This is so important. When someone hurts you, it's easy to let them become the center of your universe. Don't do that to yourself. Reinvest your energy into things that bring you joy, peace, and fulfillment. Take up that hobby you've been meaning to try. Spend time with people who uplift you. Focus on your goals. The more you pour into your own life, the less room you leave for bitterness to creep in. Here's the tricky part, though. Forgiveness. Yeah, I know. Forgiveness gets such a bad rap, like it's letting someone off the hook. But hear me out. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. It's saying, I refuse to let your actions hold me hostage. It's cutting the cord that ties you to the pain, and no, you don't have to tell them you forgive them. This is an internal thing, a gift you give yourself. Sometimes, what really hurts is the story we tell ourselves about the pain. Changing how we think about things can really help. By challenging those negative thoughts, you can see things more clearly and avoid feeling bitter. I remember when someone I really admired rejected me. I kept thinking I wasn't good enough. But over time, I learned to be kinder to myself and reminded myself that their actions didn't define my worth. This shift in perspective helped me distance myself emotionally from their behavior without holding a grudge. Studies show that changing how we think can reduce emotional pain and make us more resilient. Lastly, remind yourself that detachment is a process, not a switch you flip overnight. Some days you'll feel strong and unbothered. Other days the hurt might resurface, and that's okay. Be gentle with yourself. Healing isn't linear, but every small step you take is a step toward freedom. So when they hurt you, remember this. You have the power to let go without hardening your heart. Feel it, understand it, protect yourself, and move forward with grace. You're not just surviving this, you're rising above it. And that, my friend, is something they can never take away from you. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.